Yep, that's me, getting slammed and losing my quarterfinal round in a tournament full of Division III backups as a senior. This was my final ever tournament as a collegiate athlete. Wrestling has taught me many important life lessons. One of the main takeaways I've learned is that life can be brutal, and most of the time, you're not going to get that perfect ending you dreamed of, and it sucks. In a sport like wrestling, to even make it to the college level, you need to have an incredible amount of mental toughness. It's almost a requirement to be so delusional in your ability to think that you could beat absolutely anybody, no matter their skill level. And with this mindset comes a dream of gold medals, the celebrations, and the respect that comes with being on top. However, for 99% of people, that is not going to be their reality. And it sucks. It's a huge blow to the ego, and it can really make you feel like a failure. But just because you've never reached that one goal does not mean that your accomplishments cannot be celebrated. Unless you've made it through a full wrestling season, you will never know how difficult it truly is. All of those countless, grueling, high-paced practices with conditioning that'll make you question if life is even worth living, the incredible amount of preparation and draining of the body to prepare for a competition, the stress caused by all of your pre-match thoughts where you're questioning if you're even good enough to beat this kid. All of this buildup leads to a 7-minute head-to-head battle, which may decide the state of your mental health for the next week. And if you get it done and you get the win, it's whatever. You're pretty much expected to win anyways. But when the losses come is when the world feels like it crumbles around you. And this is when you question yourself. What should I have done differently? Is there something wrong with the way that I'm training? And most of all, why am I doing this? What do I really gain? And if you don't happen to be at the absolute highest level of the sport, the reward for all of your hard work is pretty much nothing. No financial reward, no fan admiration, and pretty much no path to continue on with an athletic career after college. The only thing that truly keeps us going is our love for the sport, the test of your will versus another man. Who really wants it more? For those of us who are not wrestling at this top level, we are truly doing it more for nothing than the love of the game. I can speak for myself and many others when I say that there were plenty of times that I wanted to give up the sport and live a regular, easy life. I would no longer have to sacrifice hours every day invested into practices, conditioning, and studying film to understand the sport. It seemed easy just to walk away and be free from it all. But for every time that I thought it would be my last time lacing up my shoes, I'd find the will deep inside of me to not give in and come back for more. And I'm glad that I never gave in, because the sport taught me many valuable life lessons that I don't think I would have learned otherwise. As wrestlers, a lot of us are hard on ourselves. And in a sport where the only person to blame for a loss is yourself, the shame of defeat can truly feel like the end of the world sometimes. While it may seem like the end of the world for you, truly nobody else cares. They're too busy worrying about their own problems in life, and they don't really care about your wrestling wins and losses. With that being said, I think it's important to celebrate the personal growth and the milestones that you achieve along the way. Look at it more of a journey of you versus yourself rather than you versus the world, and I promise you will be much happier with how you reflect on your career. If I were to look at the result of my final competition in a negative way, I would say, wow, I'm a senior in a tournament full of backups. The best I could do is 5th. I suck at wrestling. I should have just quit a long time ago. But if I were to shift my perspective into a positive way, I could find many things to be proud of during this final competition. I went 5-1 on the day, collecting a few techs and a pin. I ended off my career with a hard-fought victory against a very tough opponent, and from a technical wrestling perspective, I felt as good as I ever have. If you're a wrestler whose season or career just ended, take some time to look back on your season and assess how you did versus last year. Look at how far you came versus the beginning. How much better did you get, rather than how you did versus everyone else and how they did accomplishment-wise. Looking back with this perspective, I'm able to appreciate the success that I've had and the adversity that I overcame. I'm proud to say that I had a collegiate record of over 82 wins, 40 losses, which is more than I ever had in high school. Along the way, I beat national qualifiers, multiple state champs, and many ranked opponents. I'm proud to say that I'm one of the 1.9% of wrestlers skilled enough to compete at the college level. And of that small pool of competitors, I was able to win at a high rate. The work that I put in over these past 4 years helped me transform from someone who hadn't accomplished much in high school to someone who beat all of these high-level opponents. It took me over a decade of wrestling to learn that I needed to stop constantly comparing my achievements to others who may be more successful than me. It's easy nowadays with social media to see so many people doing extraordinary things and think to ourselves, man, I'll never be able to do that. But that's okay, and I've come to peace with the way that my college career ended. And although I never reached the peaks I wished to achieve, it doesn't mean that it was all for no reason. I'm grateful for the journey that my career was, and I wouldn't want it to be any other way. I don't really know what comes next for me, but no matter what, I will always have the lessons that I learned from the grind of being a wrestler to guide me in life.